Welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, more Fan Fridays, this time with a battle from Alex. No idea what this combo could possibly be, but it could be really fun. I mean, we got a Lot Bunny into a Poliwrath. I almost said Poliwhirl because you don't see Poliwrath and you forget what it's called. Alright, so Poliwrath facing up into the Smeargle Blaziken. Opponent's got a very respectable and potentially very devastating combo to deal with, but at least with a Lot Bunny, that's a free fake out. And you know, that means Blaziken might want to go for a Protect, even if it's going for the Mega. This is going to be a very interesting turn right here. So, my guess, shut down Smeargle. Poliwrath picks up the Blaziken just in case. Oh, Smeargle actually going to go for the Spiky Shield, and that's going to be a Protect from the Blaziken. So, a very safe turn. So, Lot Bunny's going to get the Fake Out. That's going to protect itself, taking a little bit of damage from Spiky Shield. Like, that's not the worst thing that could happen, but Poliwrath getting a free Belly Drum. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of potential shenanigans that could happen. Wait, does it have... I was about to say, does it have Gluttony or something? But there's the Citrus Berry, so 75% health right now from the Belly Citrus Berry combo. Going to withdraw the Smeargle, doesn't want it getting absolutely wrecked by the Lot Bunny or even the Poliwrath, and going into Gastrodon. That actually kind of works, like Gastrodon with the Storm Drain. So High Jump Kick is going to miss, and then Lot Bunny is going to fail the After You. Poliwrath going to go for that Waterfall, but the Storm Drain is going to kick in, and the special attack will go up as Blaziken gets another speed boost. So Lot Bunny going to protect this turn as well. Oh no, Blaziken might like one-shot. Oh, the double protect. Oh, the humanity. That's unfortunate that Blaziken missed, but then going for that other high jump kick, that means he just destroyed himself. Okay. Now we get to see what else could happen. That's going to be Scald. Lot Bunny protects itself, and then we go into the Smeargle once again. So Smeargle can come in with the Spiky Shield, but Lot Bunny has the After You. After You. Oh, snap. That's actually a serious combo. I did not figure that one out last turn. Okay, so topsy-turvy on the Smeargle. Very unfortunate. Wow, who expects that? So Poliwrath has now the lowest possible attack, but it did the combo. So Lot Bunny is super fast. After you use the Poliwrath to give it as much speed as possible, and then Poliwrath chooses to one-shot anything. And the Intimidate cannot let its attack go any lower. So what can Poliwrath even attempt after that? Drain Punch from the Lot Bunny. Going to hit Smeargle. Smeargle is going to get one shot, so no Focus Sash on the Smeargle. And Lot Bunny back up to full off of that Drain Punch. But at least Lot Bunny can fight for itself. So after you fake out, protect Drain Punch. Oh yeah, that's right. You can just Belly Drum again. So Belly Drum actually does a plus 12 for these situations. And I don't think I've ever seen this happen before. So Poliwrath will endure the Rock Slide because that fighting typing with the resistance, and then Poliwrath going to get the Waterfall. So After You keeps failing. How does After You work then if it fails? And then Poliwrath goes for the Waterfall. Did I miss something? Like, I don't know how this move works. Alright, so I gotta look that up, but we'll go into the next battle. Okay, so it's actually very straightforward. It just looks weird when it fails. The target will move next on the current turn. However, After You fails if the target has already moved on the same turn, or if the order remains the same. Since we had Scarflanders already outspeeding the Lot Bunny, there was nothing to outspeed, so the order remained the same. Therefore, it was just straight into the Poliwrath. Now, I will start off this battle, but I do want to talk about the awesomeness. I've never seen that happen before, to where Belly Drum ends up at a -6 to Belly Drum back to +6, because it counts as a plus 12. That is super cool, and that's the reason why Belly Drum maximizes the attack instead of just going for a flat +6. So, the game's coding for something that would seemingly never happen actually mattering. I think that's pretty neat. So now let's go and see how this combo plays out once again. Lot Bunny into the Fake Out on the Greninja, because you want to shut down that speed, and Greninja's going to flinch. Poliwrath's going to Belly Drum. Everything is looking to work just fine, as that is going to be a maxed attack into the Citrus Berry, into 75% of its health. What is Bastiodon going to do in return? It's got the Curse. Unfortunately, there's not much you can do about that. Bastiodon is a very tanky Pokemon, very bulky Pokemon, but it has a lot of 4x weakness, and then Lopunny with that After You means that Poliwrath gets to choose one Pokemon to absolutely destroy, and he chooses Greninja. I feel like Greninja doesn't have, like, super KO potential on the Poliwrath, unless it's Grass Knot, but even would it have after the Grass Knot, and maybe after the +1 Curse, that there would be some threat from Bastiodon, but Bastiodon goes for Stealth Rocks anyways, and it doesn't matter. So this is a really interesting strat. Like, anticipating Lopunny to go first, and instead of Lopunny being the mad one-shot machine, you just give it to a +6 Pokemon behind a Fake Out or something, and yeah, it works. Like, that's going to be Poliwrath with the ultimate sweep right here. Heavy Slam from Bastiodon is going to do some solid damage to Lopunny, but after the +1, not going to be enough to even two-shot. So now we go into Steelix, and everything is very susceptible. Like, Circle Throw, going to do mad damage. Circle Throw. I'm trying to remember which one does what. Doesn't Circle Throw make it to where that forces the opponent out? And Storm Throw is the one that doesn't miss? And then Poliwrath goes for the Waterfall. So wait. I gotta look up Circle Throw, because if anything, that's a really interesting combo. The After You into Circle Throw, it will automatically end the turn. Or, like, it forces the Pokemon out, and it automatically ends the turn if in a wild battle. So that could actually shut down an opponent that you can't one-shot, or if you don't want to be going for the Belly Drum setup, if that's, like, too risky or something, or if your opponent's getting set up, you could actually come in and do some weird stuff into the Circle Throw After You. But Lopunny gets the Drain Punch on the Bastiodon, and that ends that battle right there. So, an interesting combo that I was not expecting. Lopunny doing its work, and then Poliwrath getting the sweeps. So, there was a lot to break down right there. And we didn't even see the other Pokemon. Like, the reason why I was excited for this, I'm like, yo, I haven't seen Mamoswine in a doubles do anything for a while. Maybe it'll put in the work. Hydreigon, fairly used a lot, so I wasn't expecting too many fancy things. But the Poliwrath goes for the Belly Drum, has the coverage from Lopunny. Lopunny afters you into, like, the +6. We saw the +12. Like, everything that you would expect to happen in that battle happened. And I'm a little disappointed that, like, the Lopunny wasn't, like, a carry. I'm wondering if there's a better, or maybe it's the fastest After You Pokemon. Hold up, I have these stats for After You, so let's go and theory craft this a bit like I do. Hold on, I need to, like, actually frame everything properly. So that's actually one thing that I like doing sometimes, is that when we get a really weird strategy, we can actually see what it looks like. So let's get this After You in here. All right, After You, move, does things. And Togekiss is kind of fast. Watchog is kind of fast. I guess technically you can Scarf the After You. But after looking at breeding, Move Tutor actually opens After You up to a lot of different Pokemon. Yeah, I guess, like, it's very safe to say that with the high amounts of a Mega Lopunny's speed, that it is going to be the fastest Pokemon that has access to this. Also, maybe the only Pokemon with Fake Out. So you Fake Out into that free turn, and maybe without the Belly Drum setup, if you go for, like, a stronger, like a tankier Pokemon and Dragon Tail or something, you can kind of remove an opponent's turn, but then it doesn't really accomplish anything, because the other opponent's Pokemon is still doing something. Either way, it does ignore priority, which was one of the things that kind of tripped me up, you know. Target moves next on the current turn, ignoring priority, so it ignores the -6 on that. How does it work with Trick Room, then? Does it ignore that? I don't think it really changes up the turn order or anything. It would just make it to where, just in case you're at risk of getting taunted or one-shot, you might be able to outspeed all of that shenanigans and then set up a Trick Room. But because of that, you would need a very fast Pokemon to use After You first. It's a really weird move, but it worked out to give the fast Pokemon. It reminds me of Round. They use Round, and then the Pokemon that's using it next goes fast, or as fast, and then does extra damage and stuff. Now I'm thinking about how to make it better in a way, because I really like the idea. It just feels weird. Like, I've never been a fan in double battles of going for 1-for-1s, that you need to accomplish something to the other Pokemon. With this, you're just effectively giving up one of your Pokemon, so the Lopunny's wasting its turn to make Poliwrath take out something, but then the other opponent's Pokemon has the opportunity to just go ham and take it out. Like, if the Bastiodon was something else, there would have been the opportunity for redemption. Doesn't Poliwrath get Rock Slide? So I feel like if we're using Rock Slide, if we're using other moves like this, or something that hits twice, hits both opponents, there would be more to get out of it. So yeah, it does get Rock Slide. but that's still not a lot of damage. I'm thinking like other Pokemon. Is there a Rock-type Pokemon that I'm not thinking about that gets Belly Drum? Because Poliwrath only has a 95 attack. Okay. So if you want to make your favorite viable, like if Poliwrath is like one of the Pokemon that you want to win battles with, no shade on that whatsoever. That is very respectable. If you want to elevate the strat to the next level, I think it's worth considering like hitting both opponents. Actually, after thinking about it, wouldn't Focus Punch work with After You? Because it has a decreased priority of -3. But if you tighten your focus, After You, would that allow you to use Focus Punch? Charge message is displayed even before moves priority of +7. The user's focus is not broken if substitute is attacked or hit by a status move. It's only if you're hit and lose focus. So if something isn't fast on Lopunny, you could Focus Punch for a 150 base power stab move on the Poliwrath. But do you even need? Yo, guys, that's something to consider. Well, if you take any Pokemon, you just take Conkeldurr and you have After You Lopunny. That's not even going to need a Belly Drum. That means Conkeldurr is just going to one-shot everything behind the Focus Punch or some kind of fighting Pokemon as well. Ooh. That's a good one to consider, guys. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much. Well, you don't get to have a nice day yet. We got some more Fan Fridays, and I will see you guys then.